content على learning management system و how to deliver it. Okay. So أول شيء just an introduction about us. نحن كشيدا we're specialized بالموضوع developing learning experiences from a design perspective and from an implementation. وكله حوالي digital learning, digital education و distance education. Okay. So we try to have technology work for us. بنبلش ب what learning experience نحن بدنا نقدمها للطالب ونخلي التكنولوجي تلحق شو بدنا نعمل. Okay. ربع رنيم انا ما عم بسمع شيء.
لا انا معاكم بس مش سامع شيء، يعني صوت بقطع كثير.
اذا فيك تعمل ميوت من عندك بس when you're not speaking.
اوكي.
Thank you. حسن go
ايه؟
بس go ahead.
اوكي. طيب هلا بدنا نعرف كمان، نحن بنعرف شو هي الأكاديمية البديلة للصحافة طبعا العربية، بس بدنا نعرف شوي عنكم. مين إذا كل واحد بيقدر يعمل هيك short introduction، شو الباك جراوند وشو الكورسز اللي حيعلموها، وموست امبورتنتلي حابب اعرف كمان اذا عندكم خبره بموضوع الاونلاين اديوكيشن، يا اما كطلاب يا اما كاساتذه. مين بده يبلش؟
مرحبا، اسمي اشتغلت 20 سنة بالصحافة المكتوبة، كان خلالهم في كم سنة لهم علاقة بأنه ببلشنج أونلاين وكيف هذا الشيء يصير، بس كان بداية يعني. بشتغل هلا مع أمنستي انترناشونال أمريكان انستيتيوت أوف لبنان. عامل ماستر في البيئة. What's your course? عشان تأخذوا على الرايتنج. كورس على كيف بيفكر بموضوع واحد، كيف يكتبه، وشو القواعد اللي هلا معتمدة في الصحافة، وهاو هي كان visit them using feminist approach، يعني بالintersectionality وpositionality. تشكيل وتأكيد الكورس اللي
رنين بس لو بتقربي الميكروفون للشخص اللي عم يحكي.
وبدأت سبايك تايم ديجيتال ميديا في معهد الإعلام والرياضة، برنامج ماسترز في الصحافة. والكورس عملته أنا وياسين صراحة هو جزء من التراك الأول اللي بيحكي عن تاريخ المنطقة العربية من خلال تاريخ ثقافتها، بس إحنا ماخذين آخر إيرا اللي هي يعني ناحية التلفزيون. وبس من ناحية خبرة في شيء أو learning أونلاين، زمان في أعطيت كورس يعتمد عشان international center for journalism كان أونلاين كورس بس في وطبعا في جوالات كاشفة عديدة كثيرة بس
ليه عشان ينام فيش
استخدمت محاضرات بعدين.
هذا سؤال صحفي مانجر تبع البروجكت وما عندنا اشتغل كورس فيه. حسن
ايه
you admit شاكر؟
شاكر is admitted
لا
and he's on the call.
مش من عندي.
من عندك؟
بالكونتراكت التعليمي راح نكون عم نقدم كورس بعد ما نخلص يعني من اوائل العالم نعمل البلاتفورم يعني هو يكون 4 اسابيع ممكن تقديم عملي او تشتغل اوسط الحديث من 19 لحد عام يعني وطبعا تركيز على الصحافه وطبعا الكورس تبعي بنحاول كثير انه الاونلاين ديسكشنز يكون فيهم primary sources يعني articles يتكلموا عن الثقافه العربيه في الثلاثينات والاربعينات والخمسينات وفيها نشوف كيف البلاتفورم فينا نعمل هذا الشيء discussion forums content عم نشوفه كلنا مع بعض.
أنا اسمي دينا عبدالله عندي 37 سنة.
It's breaking up ولا ما نسمع؟ It's better if it stays on. We demo, at least you can see the platform. It's not just.
Oh, hello. Hi.
So who joins now?
Yes. Hello.
بشتغل في مصر مع رئيس النادي مصر. بعمل الدراسة كورس مع مخرج اسمها خلال السبع. بنحاول نفكر شوية ازاي نستخدم التولز والميثودولوجيز تبعون الانثروبولوجي. فهو في حاجات theoretical ليها علاقة كده one كورس anthropology بس relates to journalism وفي حاجات practice بس اسمها ليست يعني
Okay, that's
يقولي احنا سوري دخلناك بدري وقلنا لك يلا.
I think you're talking to me بس I'm not sure أنا سامعة very مقطع. So I think the
Lily,
connection
if
is
you
not so
can
good.
introduce yourself to us, who is عندك experience with online courses. You can hear me a little better than them in the room.
Yes, that's true. Okay, أنا اسمي لولي سيف. أنا بشتغل مونتيرة ومخرجة أفلام. ويوجولي بعمل كورسات ليها علاقة بالصوت والصورة. ولا ما عنديش experience giving a course online, بس I did take few courses online. So
Okay, very good.
yes. لا, I'm sorry, it's impossible to hear. بيقطع still برضه.
Hassan, can you hear us?
Yes.
It breaks down a lot, so I think you need to like manage getting closer to the microphone when someone's talking. I know I can hear Luli perfectly.
Yeah, and I can hear you perfectly.
But people in the room, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So basically, someone really has extensive experience in fact from teaching online or.
Well, yeah, we don't have.
So Hassan, go ahead. As long as the online people can hear you and we can hear you, it's fine.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
طيب, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about the ecosystem that we are gonna be working on. The ecosystem, it's a learning management system called based on the Open edX platform, which was developed by University of Harvard and MIT. They funded this development, okay, and they actually use it for their online courses, to deliver their online courses with business school, so say. Of course, there's the edX.com platform, which delivers courses online, so you can always experience the learning management system by taking courses on edX.com, which is some of them are free. Okay, so Heidi, come in. It's a thing that you can do on your own to just learn a bit more about the ecosystem.
Hassan,
Yeah.
We lost راح الكهرباء.
Oh,
So
crap.
we don't see your screen. هلا شوف the generator should turn on, but.
Okay.
بس عيد شوية.
بس عيد شوي قلت لأنه كمان أنت انقطشت وهلا you're back. So بس I talked a little bit about Open edX. If you can just repeat about the studio and the differentiation that you were saying.
Yeah, so no, I said like there's edX.com, which or .org. I don't remember very well, which has lots of free courses where you can go and experience the platform and taking online courses there. So I encourage you to also like explore that if you have time for it. Okay, now we're gonna go into the two parts of the ecosystem. One part is called the studio, which is mainly used to author or create courses by the instructors. And then there's the learning management system, or LMS, which is the platform used to deliver the courses to learners. Okay, so this is where you engage with the learners in different interactive tools, and this is where the learners can experience the content that you created in the studio. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump to my browser here and show you how a typical. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a typical interface of the learning management system, where I'm logged in and I can see the courses that I'm registered in. So far, this is just demo courses. Okay. But the Academy interface is going to look a little different. So it's going to look like this. This is where people are going to be able to access the learning and sign in and register. And then in the area below Explore Courses, this is where the courses are going to sit, so the users can come in and click on a course and enter to the course space. Okay. We're going to go into detail. Muflih will show you a demo on the LMS portion of managing a course from an instructor perspective towards the end of the session. And I'm going to go into Studio. Okay. I'm going to go into Studio and we're going to go ahead and sort of create a course together and see what kind of things are involved in creating a course and what are the capabilities you have. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is before you go into the platform and start creating your course there, you need to do some homework, which you guys have been doing. I know Hala is super busy all the time with you guys creating the courses for this academy. So one of the things that you must have is a course outline with topics and assignments to be covered on a weekly or per module basis. So also, I understand this is going to be sort of like structured as face-to-face sessions and then online sessions, but it could be broken down into weekly work, or it could be broken down into modules. Okay. You need to decide if your course is synchronous, asynchronous, or combination of both. So synchronous is typically something where the instructor or instructor-led pace, where the instructor is guiding the learners through the course. So they're always going to be submitting assignments. They're always going to be having weekly assignments to do, weekly readings, etc. Asynchronous means you can take the course on your own pace. So there's no instructor involved. There's the content you're experiencing on the go. In our case, we're looking at the synchronous plan. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Grading policy. It's very important to set a grading policy in case you want to have track the achievements of the learners on the platform. Okay, we're going to go into deeper into how to create the grading policy, and this way you will be able to know how to design your assessments. And then I'm not 100% sure at the moment how you guys have done it, but a lot of this might be very applicable. What kind of media are you going to be using in the course? Is it curated YouTube videos that already exist, or do you need to create media for the course? This is always a question of availability of content, but also a question of budget, a question of the know-how itself. If it's very specific, then you might not be able to curate content. You will want to go and create it. Okay. Then you're going to have a lot of other considerations. Okay, one of them is accessibility. We talk about accessibility because I'm personally quite proud of Open edX and ourselves for targeting a level of accessibility of AA on the WACG 2.1 scale. Okay, it's a bit too technical, but maybe some of you know about this. Some of the ideas around accessibility are, for example, making the content available for blind users, blind learners. This is easily done by creating or adding more description on the content that you upload on the site. So any image will have a description, a text description, where a screen reader can read the text to the learner, to the visually impaired learner. Okay, this is just one of the things. I know that your learners right now are not don't have any disabilities, but in the future you might be wanting to cater for that, and this platform allows you to do that. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go a little bit into the yeah.
Do you want people to ask questions on the spot or at the end?
Yeah, if there are any questions, please.
Like, I think slide by slide is better, so we.
Okay, yeah.
Any questions on the previous slide so far? Okay.
Yeah, to know, بس يعني أنا I've been teaching for many years. What's synchronous as opposed to asynchronous?
Okay, I'll
شرع.
I didn't get it.
لا يعني أنت بدك
Synchronous, I mean, asynchronous is when there is no teacher involved and the student takes their time. They
Okay. Oh, okay.
The synchronous is when you're walking your student.
Right.
And we
Okay.
are
Got
this.
it. Yeah,
We are
totally
this.
blank on that bit.
We are synchronous
If
anyway.
you teach, it's great to always talk synchronous.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, ونحن we
So
are.
it's like a prepackaged course basically with the asynchronous where there's no professor
Yeah,
basically at
it
all.
can really be a mix of both too, where you say, for example, the first 3 modules are completely self-paced or asynchronous, and then you want one module at the end that's asynchronous, where you're supposed to meet for these days for lectures and do assignments and so on. So it can be a mix as well.
Right.
But what we have said so far is that you're going to go more synchronous.
I mean, yeah, within a week they can do it the way they want, but they are يعني في شوي من
That's still synchronous. Because you're, that's still considered synchronous.
yeah.
هلا في شغله يعني كمان it can be يعني even within synchronous courses you can have settings where you allow content to be published in full in the beginning, or you can choose to publish content on a weekly basis, for example. And the user can't skip forward and then they go off on their own. But this is a choice that the instructor or the academy needs to make. Yeah.
Right away in their entirety, or do we actually, paste them so that you only upload?
I was thinking of doing them all, but now that I think about it, I think it makes sense. Yeah, you have to complete with those.
Right. Once completed.
And guard, sorry, whoever يعني منه عم if you can put your لولي I think وشاكر إذا فيكم تحطوا حالكم على الميوت. لولي عندك هيك.
Okay, sure.
خربش حدا عم بخربش.
عم بخربش. أخذ نوتس بضمير لولي.
Okay.
sorry لولي. إيه فعم بقول إنه مش لازم كل الأكاديمي تكون نفس يعني we can decide إنه some of the courses.
I think it's course by course basis, Hassan, right? Setting up.
It could be. Yeah. It could be definitely. It's something it's a setting that the instructor will choose at some point when they schedule their content to be published. We'll see that also on the studio.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else at this moment?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Okay, good. So Hala, we're gonna jump a little bit to the studio, and we're gonna start creating a course.
Just one thing that I don't think was clear with the Kahdaba issue is the difference between the studio and the LMS.
Yeah.
So the studio.
Okay. Now this is very important. Yeah, Ranim, can you reiterate what I said?
So the studio will be where the instructor is actually creating the course and uploading the content and doing all the settings that are course related.
Right.
The LMS is where you register users. You can maybe elaborate a bit more. Launch the course.
الجريدنج الريبورتس او كلهم بيكونوا على اغلبهم بيكونوا على ال MS طبعا والاستوديو انه فور كريتنج بروسيس انه يعني ابلود الكونتنتس ابلود الفيديوز كل شيء عم بيكون بالاستوديو والمانجنج ادمنستريشن سايد او ريبورتنج جريدنج سيتنجز عم بكون اسم اكبر منه على ال
And we're seeing both things. So now we're in a studio where you create courses.
Yeah.
The LMS where you create the environment is what they report.
But Khalini, let me explain a little bit more. So in this is, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is studio, right? So we can create courses with the details of how to create the course. But then when you look at the LMS, it's a list of the courses that you're enrolled in. And if you go into a course, and you just see, this is your course space. Okay, so you're going to see all the sections. Naming is very random here. But you're going to see discussion boards, you're going to see wikis, progress, and then there's the instructor dashboard. where you can do a lot more things. So we're going to go into these details more, okay? But I'd rather we do the studio part because components of the course are very much what you guys are going to be looking at. Mainly editing. Just also to note that in the first run, we're gonna be working with you guys to create these courses on Studio. So don't stress if it's like too complicated or something like that. We're gonna be guiding you through the process. But at some point, you might want to edit things. You might want to go back and change certain reading materials and things like that. So you want to know all the back end. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna start by creating a course. So we're gonna call this Counter Academy course. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the organization. It might not feel like a very important item, but it's extremely important. Because the way the back end is structured, you have to put the organization name, which is the Counter Academy. We're going to decide on a specific way to write it. And this is going to allow the courses you create to be visible on your site, on the Counter Academy site. If you don't put the organization here, it's not going to be visible. Okay, so we're going to say, we will decide later on the naming that everyone will know, and then we'll put that here.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, تمام.
Course number, akid, it's going to be something that you guys decide. And the course run, so this course is running now in 2019. You might run it again, the same course in 2020. You don't need to change the course or redo the course. You just create a new course run. All right.
Should it just be a year, or can we elaborate on that, or no?
It can be if it's a course that's running twice a year, for example, or every semester. Then it can be, like 2019 Q1, for example. This is something that we need to agree on. All right.
Is this where we create also discussion groups within the course, or no?
We're gonna do that later. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Now you're just setting up the course.
The course, yeah.
Yeah. So by clicking create, we've created the course. So this is our initial view. There's nothing in the course. Okay. We're gonna need to go and do some settings. All right. So here in the schedule or the course pace, this is where we decide if this is going to be a self-paced course or an instructor-paced. For you guys, it's going to be instructor-paced all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to decide on when this course is going to start. So we can say 2019, 1st of October. And when it's going to end. For example. All right. And then you can decide also on when you start the enrollment. I know that since you have specific groups of people, this is not going to really matter at this moment because we're going to enroll all the students anyways. Okay, we're not going to have them enroll themselves. But in the future, if you have open courses and you allow people to just register, then you might say, okay, I'm going to end the enrollment 1 week before the course starts. Okay, and you'll put that date here. All right. You'll choose the language of the course, keep it English for now, and this is the course.
Hassan, they're asking if we can show Arabic and then how would the.
أكيد.
Yeah.
Yeah. هو the platform is going to be in Arabic, so you can choose it to be Arabic. Just for ease of type.
هذا شوي تكنيكال يعني بس what's going to appear is going to appear بالفونت اللي نحن متفقين عليه مع الديزاينر ولا this is something that you can't really control?
Yes. لأنه الثيم تبعكم, as I showed you here, this theme is completely different than the standard. This is the standard theme. So it's gonna look and take a different approach totally. But when you go into the course space, هتلاقي إنه the course space is pretty much similar.
Okay.
Okay, لأنه there's a level of consistency on edX courses without too much customization. بيكون في هول sections معروفين يعني
Okay.
All right, هلا I'm not going to go into HTML, but this is where you can have your course description overview.
Not clear, Hassan. Can you go back up?
Yeah. Here?
Okay, so back up.
On the course description.
Course description, no? Yeah.
I want him the next.
So one will have the course description, and then you can.
Yeah. And in this area here, you can put the course description. In the course overview, you might not want to create it at this point.
Because it looks like coding.
Because it's a bit coding and HTML, so this we can leave till later on. Okay, and I'll show you how to do it without having to code. Okay. Every course will have an image, so you want to upload the course image. Let's say this one. And you can upload a course introduction video. Come in, I'm not going to go through it now here. We're going to see this a little later. All right. You can put an estimate of, okay, this course is going to be like 10 hours of effort per week. The user, this is for information only. If there's a course that they need to take before having to take this course, or they need to complete it, then it's going to be here. You can choose the course that they need to complete before they actually sign up for this course. Okay. So hala كمان يعني moving forward, this can be something that you might want to do. Oh, if yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. وهيدي إذا في entrance exam ما في. So we're going to save all the changes. All right. Then we're going to look at. So we went into. All right. We can look at team. We can look at the creating a project team. So again, you go back. We're still in Studio. We're going back to the settings, and we're saying course team. Okay. This course team will allow you. And I saw some of the courses are taught by two different instructors. So this is going to allow you to add new team members to manage the same course. So I'm going to add Muflah here. Muflah. All right. And I can give him admin access or not. Admin access will allow him to add other people. Or if I don't give him admin access, he still has full control, but he can't add additional staff members. So this is I'm going to give admin access. لأنه Muflah is going to show you later some other things. All right. So هيك نحنا we finished setting up the course. Okay, and now we're going to go into the content areas. All right. So.
حسان اذا بدك نشوف كيف الكورس بيظهر برا الكورس overview course description.
Yeah, you can view live at any time in Studio. If you say view live here, it's gonna take you to the LMS, and then you're gonna be able to see how the course looks like. All right. This is viewing it as a staff, but as a learner, you'll view it different. هذا نقطة كنت فيها.
إذا بدك لحظة حسام بس فرجيهم كيف حتظهر من ناحية الثانية.
Yes.
هون الشورت كورس هذا هون بيكون شورت كورس اللي حاطين descriptions هون الاورجنايزيشن نيم او هذا الفيديو اللي حسان انتو فيديو
تمام حلو.
هذا كان في introduction فيديو.
والصورة
هذه الصورة
So this is how the students will interface with the course,
interface.
right? Yeah.
مش هلا هو عمل سيت اب للكورس.
Yeah.
كيف بيظهر قبل برا على البلاتفورم.
تمام.
هلا اكيد اليو اي تمام رح يختلف شوي بس عم بحكي انه
Right.
هون
The enrollment and the effort, the sports and hours.
هذا الاوفر فيو اوف الكورس. هذا الاتش ام ال تكست هذا شفتوها المفروض انها هذا
You have to show them how to do it, yes.
اكيد. هيك بيظهر الكورس قبل ما تعمل انرول او شيء.
So this is, I mean, you haven't enrolled in the course yet. You're just basically browsing. You're browsing. Okay.
So Hassan.
Okay. طيب, so قبل ما فوت and create the course content, I want to explain to you a little bit about how the courses on the platform are structured. Okay, so there's always within the course, there's the course on the higher level, and then there's sections. Within the sections, subsections, and within the subsections are units, and then components. Components are your, يعني كل شيء above component is organizational, is structure. Okay, component is your learning material. Okay, so it can be a text or an image or a video, etc. So that's on the component level. All right, the rest is structural. So at this point, I'm gonna create a structure for week 1. This is just a proposed structure, but just for demonstration purposes. So let me go and say, all right, so we're creating one section. The naming of your sections, they have to make sense to your learners and to yourself.
ضغط عن شوي. هلا section 1 هو equivalent of week 1, week 2, week 3 ولا something else?
If you want to name it.
Or unit 1.
Did I do? Yeah, sorry. Section 1 is week 1, sorry.
Yeah. يعني كمان إذا نحن مو مقسمين بتقسيم زمني بتكون موديول.
Right.
بس نحن الأسبوع الأول، الأسبوع الثاني، الأسبوع الثالث.
Okay. The basic constituent parts of the course.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're building the week one section. Okay. You can have let's say another one here, week 2. That's another section. All right. So حيكون هيك structure, week 1, week 2. So we're gonna dig deeper into week 1 and start creating the subsections. All right. أول وحدة is an introduction. So we're gonna go and say this is our introduction subsection. Okay. And it's gonna have 3 units.
We don't see it on the site.
Sorry. Where did we go? All right, so we're in the introduction subsection, and then all right. So this unit is about this course.
There are 4 different kinds of components.
Yeah. We're gonna look at the components when we create components for every unit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna create different types of components. All right. So, and by the way, I just want to point out that here you can see the breadcrumb menu starting to develop, and navigation in the platform is very much based on the breadcrumb menu. So it's very important also, this is why it's very important to call things, give meaningful names, because it's going to all appear here and it's going to help learners navigate through the course. Okay, so we're still in the introduction subsection. We're looking at another unit called learning. And then another section called Let's Know Each Other. sorry, another unit.
Your spelling is great.
Yeah, my typing. طيب هلا خلصنا. That's your introduction unit, introduction subsection, and we want to add a new subsection. All right, and this new subsection is going to be lesson 1. Okay, so this is going to be lesson 1, and underneath the lesson 1 we're going to have, I'm just going to create this structure
So
You can see how it
very
looks.
quickly.
right. But I'm not obligated to actually, for each course, fulfill all of these subcategories. And is that
لا انت you can have
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
categories and then go straight to units, to components, sorry. Do I have to create a subsection necessarily?
مو مطلوب هذا الشيء، بس بكورس مثلا خالد كثير
Yeah, I'm just asking if it's an option.
Yeah.
So basically in the design of this, after I create week 1, أنا تحت الweek 1 بالنسبة لي دغري أحط الكومبوننتس تبعوتي، ما راح أحط section و subsection.
But how are the people gonna like go through the component? Are you just gonna do a bunch of videos? I think it has to do with the flow of the course.
صح, exactly.
Yeah, so
لأنه it's like creating pages, right? So you have to create subsection.
One.
Yeah, this is going to create your navigation through the course. Otherwise, هيطلع everything you put in as like one very, very long page.
One big bulk.
Yeah, which is going to be, يعني learning experience is not very recommended. يعني أنت you can put subsection وتحط فيها one unit و 20 components. كل component is text. It's going to be like really not very structured. So يمكن يضيع learner in it.
سوري بس فينك
No, I come from a generation where we mostly used Moodle at AUB or other in like other programs بأمريكا. And basically you go and basically the professor would just upload readings for a certain week. And among these readings, there is sometimes like a video or primary source or something cool, but it's just one big block, yes, basically. هلا ما بعرف إذا إنه it helps more, it makes more sense نقسمهم على lessons أو على
أو بدل lessons كمان فيك تفكر فيهم إنه القراءات، المحاضرات، الماتيريال مثلا الكتب مثلا فيك تعمل الكتب.
A system categorization that helps them sift through the content.
فبحط مثلا إنه القراءات الخيالية، القراءات كيف تعملها كمان.
And so your recommendation is to fully utilize the system. So like the subsection, the unit, the everything. So because that helps the learners interact better with the platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
يعني and also like يعني مثلا هلا نحن we created in lesson 1. ما ضروري يكون عندك in lesson 1 2 units. Okay, it could be 2 components and 1 unit and 2 components inside it. So you don't have to go very, very like granular. Every component has 1 unit. بس يعني it has to have a kind of like a structure. Okay.
Within the introduction, you can have one unit that has those about the course, learning objectives, and let's know each other.
Yeah.
But he created 3 units with 3 different
subtitles and components, right? Okay.
Okay.
هلا نحن we created the outline or the structure. Okay.
أنا بس sorry, I have a quick question. أنا بس مش فاهمة where does the lesson fit in the hierarchy? I don't understand.
It's the component.
The lesson is the component?
No, you mean the object. Like when you're learning
the category of lesson within the.
No, actually that's not learning content. The learning content itself, like whether it's lecture or video.
No. Lesson as a unit, as a I don't know, as a content type. Where does it belong in the hierarchy? مش قادرة أفهم الفرق بين lesson و unit.
لا في هون شوف can you see my screen now?
Subsection و unit و component.
They keep lesson 1.
هو سماها. هو سماها. عارف هو سماها lesson.
It's not one of the categories. It's not one of the categories.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, I just called it lesson 1 and lesson 1 and week 1. You can call it anything really.
You can call it section 1 or
Yeah.
Yeah. طيب. So هلا we built that structure. Okay, now we're going to start looking at components. Okay. The components we're going to look at about this course. We're going to look at several types of components. Okay. One type of component is video. So قلنا حنحط unit about the unit about this course. We're going to put, so we're in introduction about this course. Okay. We're going to go into that unit, and then here we're going to say I'm going to add a video. All right. Adding a video, I will see you have to upload the video to your content area here. Okay, so if you go to content.
طيب قطعك بس كلمة بتقول الفيديو بيهب بدني. They're saying you طلب مني اسجل الفيديو لحالي وانا عم بحكي.
طب يلا let's get entertained.
بقول فيديو بقول يا الله.
It's right there. I can see your face.
I know you can see my face كل الوقت. فبقول ان شاء الله غير رأيه، ان شاء الله غير رأيه.
But that's really important. In order to add a video in the components area or the units area, you have to have already added it in content. So
no, wait, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again.
Yeah.
So here we want to add a different video than this one. Okay. To be able to add the video, we have to have a link to it. All right. All the sort of documents like PDF documents, Word documents, videos, images, all these media components need to be uploaded into the content area. So احنا على files and uploads. Okay. And this is going to be all the kind of assets that you have. Already we uploaded the course image. All right, so you're going to find it here all the time. And we just uploaded the video, not this one. Okay. And we're going to copy the URL. Allah.
هلا بأي فورمات الأشياء يعني الفيديو ممكن يكون بأي فورمات أو
I'm not sure. Okay.
Format about video needs to be in MOV or MP4, which MP4 is your typical standard. MOV, I think on mobile phones, if you record things, they publish as MOV, but they're quite big size.
But this doesn't take too much space.
There you go.
I knew this was going to happen.
Much server space, like because we usually embed from.
If you have a YouTube video, if you upload your videos on YouTube, then you can just go here when you add the video content, edit, and just put the YouTube link here. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. You can. I mean, YouTube is actually the best way to incorporate your videos. So if you go ahead and upload them to YouTube, you just put the URL here. That would be perfect.
I have a question.
Yes.
It seems to me we made a skip basically. And كنا عم نحكي على courses with subsections with components, and then once we started talking about how to upload a specific kind of component, we left that whole page and we went to a completely different place in order to upload all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And so you go and upload the subsection, you put everything, and then you take it and put it as a lesson one or as a course subsection.
All media.
In that section, in your studio, you're going to have content. And this is where you're going to have the files and uploads. That's where you're going to have all your media files. Okay.
What about the text, for instance?
لا, text you can add it on the go.
What?
Text you can add it on the go. You don't need to upload.
After actually designing the building blocks, you upload texts.
Yes.
There are boxes for it. You saw it.
الارتكل يعني مثلا
The article is PDF.
Components that are textured.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Readings يا جماعة.
اللي هي بي دي اف
جماعة الميديا والفيديوز. Chapters.
طيب.
هذا مع فيديو.
Then we said we're gonna have within the introduction. So حيكون عنا about this course, which is the video we just uploaded, and then we're gonna have learning objectives.
We didn't link it.
Eh?
We didn't link it.
You didn't link it to where?
We uploaded it in content, but we didn't link it here in the video.
Bala. It's here. So this is about the course unit.
For us, okay.
And then yeah, maybe you guys were talking to each other when I did that.
But I didn't see it. Did you guys see it? Okay.
He showed it.
Yeah.
So basically, I took the link from where I uploaded it. I took the link and just put it here. Okay. I didn't go through the other options here available for videos. I know they're a bit more technical, and I don't think we need to go through them now.
كان عندي دي إذا make sure that the format is full. بعدين يعني بالأول I can help you in this place. Maybe I can do what I can do is I can put everything for you guys in this place, and you can take it and put it near.
لا لأنه we're doing pre-recorded lectures, and this would be video content, obviously.
Exactly.
So they will be all with Hala. And then I would want, yeah.
So I like the idea of the YouTube صراحة.
That would be perfect actually. It would be the best يعني.
Yeah, I like that.
Why is it much better? Okay.
أو Vimeo أو هيك شغلة منها كتير.
لا, Vimeo doesn't work.
Doesn't work? Okay.
No. Vimeo doesn't work. YouTube works.
YouTube, okay.
Or you can upload it to an Amazon S3 storage cloud. كمان بيشتغلوا بس إنه that's when you you get to a point where you have a lot of content and you want to secure it in a place. So we can have this discussion. But for now, I think YouTube would be ideal.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna add the component related to learning objectives, and this is gonna be a text and image. So هيدي ما فيها upload.
What? The text.
Text and image. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna create an HTML text. So HTML is the type. I'm gonna do that again. So HTML combines a lot of different content types. Okay. Most of them you will not need to use. Maybe announcements, which is formatted in a specific way. But for standard text content, you can just go ahead and choose text. All right, and you just write your text. So LO1.
Okay.
That's what I'm.
But لا أنت مو أنت picture هو هذا it's like
chapters from books.
They're scanned. They're like images.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
yes.
an attachment. Exactly. إحنا we hardly هون ممكن for announcements مثل ما قلنا.
And learning objectives.
Learning objectives ممكن. ملاحظات. Yes.
The syllabus basically. I could write it down here.
Yeah. Syllabus. I'll show you how to do the syllabus. So learning.
Imagine when we go to the course, you have an intro video, and then maybe you want to tell the learner what they're going to learn.
Right.
بهالفيديو okay.
So this is a very standard, text editor, easy to use. Now you can add also images to your text. So Heidi, it's gonna take you to. Hang on. وين المصلح
تاخذ اللينك من ال
again we need to go to the content.
يعني كل شيء ايمجز وكل شيء فيديوز عم يكون بالفايل.
صح.
بس نفس اي فايل بيكون كمان ابلود بالفايل ابلود. ووقت ما تكون
I'm gonna take this image.
In the course, you have to copy paste the link.
Yeah.
You got that, yeah. I think I got that. Did you get that?
Okay, ممكن we were editing this. لا وين راحوا؟
You didn't save.
I didn't save. طيب. Learning. مع mistakes.
That's Uno يعني مش Uno.
Alright.
Even though I'm starving بس يعني حاجزين عشاء ووقت Uno.
طيب هون you can add a link to the image. صح ولا لا؟
بس اذا بدك تفتحها على البراوزر لوحدها عشان ياخذ HTTPS.
Image description.
Okay.
Alright, and we can make it a little bit smaller. Alright, هلا so we can adjust it to the left and that's it, to the right. Alright, save and we have our text object. Alright, نسرع شوي. طيب هلا there's another section in the introduction, okay, section, which is a discussion board. So you can go ahead and add a discussion board in the
Hey, discussion. احنا بنعدل.
هلا
لحظة.
ايه ما تصير لا.
كل section له discussion session لحاله.
You can choose to have a discussion, several discussions in every section. You can have as many discussions as you want. This is back to the design of the course, and also you can have discussions on the global course level. Okay.
Two types. Components that you can add in our discussion.
Yeah.
In the lesson,
Yeah. And then there's a general one.
Outside, basically.
High discussion forum لكل
course.
Yeah, like a course.
Like a course. Okay.
More on a course level than on a specific topic.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
But if you want the students to introduce themselves and say something, so you add it as a component within the course.
Yeah.
And let's get to know each other, right?
So that's a more general one.
No, this is within the lesson. This is a component within the lesson.
Okay.
The lecture.
The introductions for me, it would be more general. The lessons are more topical based on the video.
The introduction can be a section on its own. يعني it's on the course level. Huh?
يعني it's everything goes basically depending on strategy and philosophy. Yeah.
And if you want an introduction, it's here.
Yeah.
And then you have week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
It can be a section on its own.
It's just a choice.
It's the way you design the course. But this is want to give you guys an idea of how you can build it.
Right.
The different tools.
شو الاوبشنز اللي موجودين يعني بيساعد الواحد يتخيل انت كيف بدك مثلا بعد ما الواحد يصور اللكتشر تبعيته انه اوكي let me have a discussion خصوصي for this lecture. هي الايديا انه نفكر كيف فينا نستخدم هدول while we're الكونتنت يعني. Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip through this, but I'm gonna show you the problem component. Problem component is is where you can add questions. Okay, so you can add multiple choice questions. You can add the text input questions. Any kind of the common question types. Multiple choice, drop downs, check boxes, etc. Okay. Yeah.
We can send them like a brief description of each type.
أكيد.
Like what you
لأنه it's not gonna satisfy the need to know these things. And when you're designing the course and you need to know what's possible, you're gonna have to have a reference. So we'll set that up for you guys. A reference to give you overview of what's possible.
ايوه ما في حدا يخاف، حنساعدكم كلياتكم. كل شيء بس انا شايفي سحر عم ببعث لي كتب بقول لك دونت وري سحر وين هالفي دونت وري. يعني انه هذا بس هيك ليساعدكم تقدروا.
في حدا من الشركه من عندكم رح يكون available always for questions؟
مفرح.
يعني اكيد وانا اللي حجاوب على الاسئله الحرجه تبعتكم I don't have the answers بس
or we might just choose to like completely bypass you and just talk to the source immediately.
اهلا وسهلا.
Please bypass me بتمنى.
Let's talk about it.
طيب يلا تفضل.
طيب so في another component that we're not going to be able to showcase now اللي هو live session. So you can schedule a live session بس the tool for live sessions is not integrated yet. Next week it's going to be integrated. So كمان نبعتكم like a how to on how to like add a live session component. Okay, so you can schedule these إذا عندكم on weekly live session with the students, then you can schedule it within your course.
يعني أنا مثلا إذا this is actually very very crucial for me because we've done this last year. We used workplace, which is like Facebook's equivalent, you know, like sub. Basically you just go live. يعني خبريهم ضمن الجروب إنه I'm gonna go live at a certain hour, and then
Kind of how this works. You schedule it. You tell them, you know, on this date at this time.
platform يبين نفسه.
Schedule it on the platform. There's a tool that's going to be integrated. That's how we put it.
And then basically on the spot, I just go to the back to the tool and to the studio basically, and then create to the studio.
Oh, to the studio.
See, I know better. I'm بتعلم أسرع منك. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right.
Great.
Okay. طيب. So also كمان reading material مثل ما قلنا. Additional reading material, any kind of files that you want students to have access to, it should be uploaded into the files and folders section, and then you can just link to them. And you can put a text piece. بقلب التكست piece there's a thing called link. Okay. بتحط link of the هيدي واحدة موجودة. Okay. And you say this is counter. بكتب مظبوط. counter A. ماشي الحال. So now you have a link to the document that you have uploaded. So هيدي كمان it's very useful. So it becomes like that, and once they click on it,
HTML.
All right. Okay.
That's an area where you can text.
Yeah, this is going to be HTML text.
Yeah.
Okay. طيب. So هيدي كمان ممكن يكون بالcourse there's a section لحالها. It's just about reading material. You know, this is the section where you can go and read all the material. هلا في شغلة حلوة كمان. Someone asked about the syllabus. Okay. Inside the course area, I'm gonna go to, you know, هول tabs هون. Okay. These tabs حيصير في a new tab. These are the pages. Okay. Fine. These are the pages. These are the pages inside the course. So it could be a progress page, it could be the course page. If you want to create a new page, for example, syllabus, okay, you go here in the content area and you say, I'm going to create a new page. Okay, add a new page, or you can delete the ones that exist and say this is.
Yeah, like if the course doesn't have wiki, you can remove it. So it doesn't show in the
Okay.
course area.
And well, all right, so now if you say view live, you're supposed to have the syllabus tab here, and then when you open it, you'll have the content of the syllabus. So this is going to be a quick reference for your users whenever they want to go back to see the syllabus. It can be also done for FAQs. It can be done for all sorts of quick reference content that you want your users to have access to.
Can I ask you a question?
Sir?
Is this presentation recorded?
Yeah, we're recording it.
Yeah, I'm recording. Yeah.
I mean, you're doing a fantastic job, but there are a lot of categories and pages and details. I feel like I need to refresh my memory one more time.
And you need to be doing it yourself to really
get the gist of it. Yeah.
And you know what we'll do is next week we'll create user accounts for all of you. And then you can log into the studio and create new courses and just experiment and go wild with it, just to understand a bit more how things go. And while you experiment, then you're gonna come up with more questions that you can send over to us and we'll answer them.
هلا صراحة أنا كنت مفكرة بالأول يعني I was thinking very بين حالي إنه هلا المفروض إنه أنتم تعملوا هالشيء ولا خلص just give me all your material and we do it for you. But I thought no, I want to give everyone the option of being able to build your course, and then while you're doing it, you might want to change your mind. ما بدي يكون كل شيء centralized إنه بعتوا لي أنا وأنا بحطه. So I can always do that.
هلا on a يعني process level, what we'll do is we're going to look at the outlines of the content that everyone's creating, and then someone's talking.
إيه سوري حسان كنا عم نحكي وإحنا إيه.
أنا بحكي ولا مين؟
لا أنت احكي.
Okay. As a process, we're going to take a look at the content that you guys have created. Okay. And then we can suggest, this can fit into the course outline, into the learning management system as this kind of structure. Okay. And then we'll have a bit of back and forth to make sure the instructors are happy with how the course is going to look like. Okay. And that's when we build the courses. Okay. But everything can be changed as you go along, because you're going to learn how to use the platform more, and you're going to want to have different things there.
Okay.
Right.
بس بخصوص الكومبوننتس اللي حطيتهم هيك ما عملت الليرنر فيو بس عشان يشوف
Yes. Okay.
I couldn't copy.
So هلا wait, am I seeing it as okay?
سوري حتى بس عندنا شغله صار جنب
صار
شو مش سحر أكلة قهوة وفكرتها ريزن.
Oh, she's trying to.
أنا كمان. وزاري عادي.
الإكسبرشن.
وحبابي بس تضايق حدا. قاعدين نحكي.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That was good.
Yeah. So we're going to see we just added components. We're going to see the live version.
After when we're building all of this, no one can see it. It's unpublished still. Okay, so في different publishing states for content. So if you're still writing it up and doing it, it's still draft and it's never been published. Okay. When you publish it or schedule the publishing of it, so you can schedule when it's going to go live, okay, it becomes published and live. And then you can put it in a hidden state where you are updating a certain unit. So you put it hidden and then students can't see it. Draft is an unpublished one. So we'll just go through publishing this section that we created. Okay, so to publish it, you're in Studio again, and you just press this, and you publish. So publish all unpublished changes for this section. All of the units that we created, we're going to publish all of them. All right.
All right.
And we're going to go to live view, and this is how our course looks like.
Okay. اوكي.
بس مصلح ليش هول ما عم يبينوا؟
هون لانه بده يكونوا اذا كان في كذا يونت بتحت السكشن
you have to go inside it.
انت يعني انت عامل سكشن سب سكشن وبعدين سب سكشن، مش عامل سكشن سب سكشن وقلبها كذا يونت يعني او كذا توبيك او كذا.
So هاي الانترودكشن هي section ما هيك ولا unit؟
Introduction is a
subsection. Week 1 is a section.
هيهم بينوا. Okay. So it took a bit of time ليبينوا.
Slowly units about this course.
about this course.
Units, okay.
So I'm gonna go to about this course.
هذا
هاي بدكم تحضروا هلا؟
yes watch me.
Okay.
سحر عم بعرف الكورس تبعكم انتم ما في داعي بس فيكم تشوفوني.
Did you wear makeup especially for this?
No, of course not. We go to supermarket. هذا ماما شافت البيئة ماما ليش شكلي
It's okay.
That's okay.
We can't hear it.
That's all right.
Can't hear her?
No, that's fine.
Because we can send it to all of you.
Yeah. Okay.
So then and then this is how the learner will go through the course week.
Keep
So this is going to be unit that you build.
Okay.
Okay, so this is about this course. Then you go next. Have time go next.
Yeah, so you can go next from top
Introduction كأنه
or in
يعني.
the bottom. Click on next, and then you go to learning objectives. This is the page we created.
اوكي فما لازم يرجع على الصفحة الأولانية لكن just اوكي بصير من جوا فيك navigate مو بترجع على
Within the introduction subsection. That's why for you it's really important because you're asking about the question. So on the course section, subsection, and then within the subsection, this is how they appear.
Okay.
خلص وفينا يضلوا يتحركوا بقى السبسكشن.
Yeah. If you want things to appear in the same page, then you have several components within a unit.
Exactly. So in the learning objectives unit, you have several components, and then all be within.
Okay.
Yeah. And then هون عملنا ال discussion forum. So learner introductions. It would be good practice here to add a text component where we are prompting the users to use the discussion forum. So هنعمل text component which is going to say, please everyone post an introduction about yourself, etc. etc.
So these are different units, right?
These are the units.
Each one is a unit, yeah.
Hey.
بهاي اليونت هون فيديو ففي فيديو يكون تحت
مفهوم
الدسكشن.
يعني ممكن نحط فيديو تحته كويز
صح.
بس يكون كلهم page واحدة.
Yes, you can do that.
هسه عامل كل بيج حط فيديو.
Yeah.
بس في عندك كل يعني هون في يونت هون كل بيج.
My plan here was to
مفهوم. Okay.
my plan here was to have several, at least two components within one section, within one unit to show you how they flow in the same page. But basically this is how it is. The unit is the page, and the component is the learning asset inside it. Okay. طيب and هذا الكورس اللي عملناه. مفلح, I think we can move on to you and go through the instructor, what they can do on the learning management system side.
Okay.
I'm gonna navigate the presentation, so
Okay.
And then you can show them.
I just want to make sure that Luli can hear مفلح مظبوط هي كانت تسمعها الساعة.
Okay.
مفلح مسموع أكثر من غيره.
اوكي. مسموع ماشي حال؟
ايه.
اوكي نفس لحظة خليني اشوف عندي. انت حسان ما عم تشوف مسلم ما هيك؟
Why don't we share the screen? No?
لحظة نشوف المسلم. طيب إذا أنا بدي أشوف
gear sharing for that too.
اوكي هو بطل خلص انا بدي اعمل نافيجيشن so Hassan, you see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So يلي بدنا نحكي هلا عن managing the courses على الالم سايد. يعني اول شيء نحن حكينا على الاستوديو، انه على الاستوديو كيف نخلق الكومبوننتس وكل هالقصص حكينا. هلا المانجينج كورس حيكون مثل شو عندنا تيم ممبرز والرولز، نحكي عن الانرولمنت كيف بتصير للستودنتس، وعندنا الكوميونيكيشن يلي هو كيف create a new post or discussion forum، والابديتس اذا كان في اي ابديتس كيف نعمل اد نيو ابديتس. اذا حكينا عنه بس هلا حنشوف انه كيف نعمل كيف نعمل اد نيو بوست وين بتصير الدسكشن. واخر شيء حيكون عندنا اليوزر داتا والريبورتس، كيف ندخل الريبورتس انه للكورس، نشوف الانرولمنت نشوف ونفس حيكون عندنا تيم ممبرز. هلا نحن الافيلبل رولز عندنا سو جايز الافيلبل رولز عندنا بس عندنا مثل ما شفنا اول شيء هلا برجع بشوفها انه بس عندنا للكورس في بيكون ستاف وعندنا ادمن. الادمن يعني طبعا بيكون عنده المانجمنت everything للكورس. الستاف بيكون يعني كتيتشر، مش الستاف والادمن. الستاف بيكون كتيتشر ليفل، يعني بيكون هو بيعمل اد او اديت للكومبوننتس بقلب الكورس.
اوكي بس ما بيقدر يعرف على هذيك المحل.
يعني الادمن بيكون عنده انه
Staff, the difference between staff and admin is basically admin would be able to assign roles to people, while staff can't. But staff can change things in the course.
In the course, and the components.
Okay. And the idea of having different professors and different kinds of, it's like basically having a main professor and the preceptor. يعني هدول يكونوا sub teachers. يعني this is what you mean?
sub teachers. في مثل هيك يعني هو اللي عم يعمل edit. هو اللي عم يعمل edit الكومبوننتس بس بقلب باليونتس بالسبسكشن اللي هون. الادمن طبعا بصير الرول اعلى.
يعني professor teaching assistant basically.
Exactly.
Something along these lines. Okay.
Someone is designing everything and someone can also implement.
تمام.
So نحن عندنا في عندنا كمان discussion with admins، في عندنا discussion moderators. ذات الشيء مثلا discussion admin عم بيكون عنده رولز اكثر من المودريتور، اللي هو انه عم بيعمل create للدسكشن، عم بيعمل يعني من ما حكيت
كيف بدنا مثلا
هلا بقول لك كيف حكي، بس عم نقول شو الافيلبل. وفي عندنا الكوميونتي تي اي اللي هو بيكون تيتشر اسيستنت. وكمان اذا التيتشر بدها تعطي مثلا اكسس للستودنت معين يعمل اديت لدسكشن معين، لدسكشن او توبيك معين. So
just a note about discussion moderators. This one is made for courses that have thousands of users. So it's impossible for just one instructor to moderate the discussions they have. They can assign people, part of their course staff, that Charlatan is only to moderate the discussions. They don't have authority to make other changes. So this is needed for quite larger courses, but you can still have it.
Can a course have two admins, or an admin has to be one person?
No, an admin can make another admin.
So you can have an admin, okay. Especially if you're seeing two professors, basically two teachers. Okay.
One admin is
اوكي اول شيء اذا كيف بخصوص الادمن والستاف، اذا بدنا نعمل اد نيو ادمن او اد نيو ستاف تو ذا سبيسيفيك كورس. هلا على الاستوديو حنفوت فينا هذا الشيء من ميتين فينا نعمل. اول شيء فينا نعملها من الاستوديو مثلا الكورس
Actually أنا يعني هلا صراحة ضغط شوي صرت ما بعرف إنه أنا دخلت على البلاتفورم بدي أروح على وين المحل اللي بنلاقي فيه استوديو وLMS.
By the way, to share the different things.
how different
They're two different
links
Completely two different processes.
Studio is a different
Exactly.
space.
Okay.
بس
كل شيء عم تعمل كل شيء عم تعمل على الاستوديو والريفلكت على الالماس يعني التريننج كود بيخلق على الالماس.
Just a note here that when you're in the LMS, there's a link that takes you to Studio, like View in Studio.
When we're in the LMS, sure.
Yeah, so Muflah, can you just go back to the LMS?
الالماس.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to one of the courses where you're an admin. You know, like CA course 1, the first one. Open it.
Okay.
Okay, and then
start course مثلا.
لا فوت مثلا about this course. On the side, in red.
Yeah.
View in Studio, so you can go to Studio immediately and edit it.
يعني
Yeah, this is from the LMS.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. هذا الكورس اللي already
So just the link between the LMS and the studio, you can access them from each other.
يعني you can access the studio from the LMS يعني لما تفوت على الكورس بدك تعمل edit
Because you're admin, you get this button there.
view unit in the studio so automatically تروح على
إذا
الستوديو
you're checking out the course, you're key هذا غلط. You can view it in the studio.
تروح على الاستوديو دغري من الالماس رح دغري مش ضروري انه تفتح نيو تاب او تروح تحط اللينك او ترجع بروسس
No, I don't do the back end.
So make it
if you're logged into the back end وتفوت على الويب سايت عادي فيك تعمل edit للبوست اللي انت عليه.
لا, this I know. Yeah, this I know. So actually, the studio is the back end.
Back end.
بس
LMS.
It's not.
Front end.
It's not the front.
بلا الالمس هو الفرونت
Hey, but few back, the LMS حتى كان
But you can back end. That's what I mentioned. We also creation.
في حيكون يعني
it's a deep back end ولكن يعني شوي.
بالضبط يعني
But that's one is the creator back end and one is the more second management back end.
Okay.
هيك سو كنا عم نحكي انه هذا الكورس بدنا الكورس تيم نفوت على السيتنجز كورس تيم من هون مثل من شوي شفنا انه اد نيو تيم هلا نحن مين بعد عم نيجي حسنا
هذول مش مسؤولين هذول كلهم لسه انستراكتور
لا كلهم ستاف
Hey,
Login is all instructor admin.
how do we get the students access to the board?
You have to enroll them.
هلا بنشوف كيف
every course ولا خلص you do it
هلا فينا نعمل انه يكون سيلف انرولمنت
Yeah.
من الستودنت بيعمل انرولمنت وفينا نعمل باتش انرولمنت هلا بنشوف
so like they enroll them in the academy and then they can self-enroll themselves in the
So
courses.
people you can make it so that someone can access the academy, right, online. They get to the academy.
sorry إذا عم ننط على شيء
ما بأس ماني فايتين ببعضهم كل ما بأس هذا وسع اكاديمي هذا الوان بيج
You can allow them to enroll by themselves in عندهم هو I enroll I put my details.
يس انا فتت هذا الكورس مثلا انرول اذا ما كان عنده اوريدي عنده يوزر نيم او اكونت بيعمل
Or you can have courses that don't appear here because you want to enroll people directly. So you enroll them in the back end. Okay. Well, they get access to it and they take it. Okay.
هلا بنقول كيف هذا
يعني ايه بعد ايه اسالكم اكثر عن الحلول.
هلا انا بسأل حسان انه you guys want to enroll
ايه لا
stage صح؟ مش open.
ايه لا of course it's not an open academy يعني we know our students in this way there's two types of students there's students who have full access to discussion boards and there's ones who are auditing.
Hala, just a note about this. في شيء اسمه cohorts, so you can enroll students in 2 different cohorts.
Right.
And then so you're gonna have the active students, and then you're gonna have the auditors, the people who are auditing and not participating in the course, right? So you'll have these two cohorts for the course, and then when you create activities, you could say that this is visible only for this cohort and not that. So discussions مثلا فينا نعملهم إنه not visible to auditors. أشياء هيك assignments not visible to auditors.
تمام.
Okay. All right.
طيب.
But we didn't include it in this لأنه شوي هيك it's more on the admin side.
كثير شوي يعني there's already a lot of information, so I think you don't need to know that هلا يعني بعدين.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
ما تخاف. Okay.
So من هون من قلب الاستوديو بنفوت على settings على course team. من هون we can assign as admin or staff. We can add نحط email نعمل add user بيظهر كستاف عن we can add admin. هيدا بصير إنه هون حسب مين عم يشتغل. في عنا من ميو ثاني.
افتح السيتنجز مرة ثانية بس.
السيتنجز.
كورس تيم. اوكي تمام.
تفوت كورس تيم تيجي على هذه البيج بتعمل
تمام.
وفينا من ميو ثاني تكون من LMS. يعني هون نحن عنا من هونيك من الاستوديو تمام. هون من LMS بتروح على الانستراكتور تاب. هون فيو از ستار الانستراكتور تاب بنروح على الممبرشيب وبنعمل سكرول داون. هون زاد الفكره بتعمل اد ستاف باي ايميل او يوزر نيم اذا كان اوكي. هيدا تمام.
Muflih, can I interject? There's one point that I missed, and it's very, very important. So, can we go back to the studio?
Go back to the studio. Okay.
Okay, and then in settings.
Settings.
Go to grading.
Grade. Okay.
Okay.
إيه إحنا عندنا pass fail.
عندكم pass fail. Okay, so.
كيف الموضوع بس كنت إنه إنه those who did not participate at all أو those who did not send أي شيء أو did not do the reading. I think this is why we have a waiting list أصلاً بالأكاديمي. فبعتقد لازم يكون في عندنا pass fail.
Hi, the principle is quite nice. I like it, يعني. And it's very standard, يعني كلنا حنفهمه لأنه this is how most universities or academic institutions work. So هون by default you have a pass-fail. But how do you assess pass-fail? So you can actually add a lot more levels. So A, B, C, D up to F. Okay. How do you calculate this score, total score بالآخر? You go into لا أول شيء just stay there in grading. Okay. انزل تحت. Okay. هلا هون you have assignment types. Okay. So نحن بدنا نعتبر إنه you're gonna have one weekly homework. Okay. That and all the homeworks together are going to account for 15% of the grade. So هون محطوط 15%. Okay, and you put the total number of homeworks. So على كل kind of assignment, okay, is there's a weight for the total number. So هيدي 15% will be divided over 12 assignments. Okay, and you can set the number of droppables. So basically, they can skip 2 homework and they won't be penalized. Okay. You can set as many assignment types as you want. So it could be a final exam, it could be whatever, and you give each assignment type a weight and score.
Right.
Okay. And then after you do that, how do you do it when you're setting up the course and you actually do this before you touch the learning management system because you need to decide on how you're going to assess performance.
ما حيكون عندنا هيك تقريبا بالكورسز حسان يعني ما
How are you gonna give them pass or fail based on what?
participation or not. عرفتي؟
But
يعني
that's needs to be here. And participation is
يعني هذا ما
is numeric يعني قصدي حتى لو هي مثلا فين هيبقى لازم حاجة quantifiable يعني complete absence ولا 75% absence
absence or يعني is it by
and is it absence
submitting a homework
البداية عايزة discussion لوحده I think ايه اصلا لازم internally نعمل discussion صح
اوكي حسان
fine. That's fine, but Muflah, show how you use the assignments in the outline.
اوكي هون السيتنجز اند جريدنج. هلا اذا بالاوتلاين للكورس فرجيكم كيف للسكشن
Weekly assignment.
لا
Weekly assignment settings. And then you can say this is graded as a homework or a lab or a midterm. This is where you set the asset type that you defined before.
Okay.
So مثلا you can have the grading system you define مثلا homework is 50%, the final exam is 50% or that. And when you go to the asset here, and the weekly assignment is my component that I want to be graded, I want it graded as a final exam.
Okay.
So it will automatically take the weighted average.
Now you know that this is possible, and to decide what you want to do, and we'll see how it fits in.
Exactly, one assignment at the end of the year, 100%.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So guys كنا عم نحكي عن الكورس تيم رول.
So team roles.
Team role, how to add staff, how to add admin. كمان إذا في عنا إذا من other roles إذا عنا discussion admins, moderators, teacher assistant.
هلا اللي حنشوفه هو how to use it as
on the element.
Okay. I think هو أهم شيء حاليا هو اللي عملناه so far. Like هيدا this is the.
Let's go to the presentation and briefly, quickly, and then check the key points that need to be further.
Because I think that is the key. يعني
like learner enrollment.
مثلا learner enrollment.
هيدا أنا اللي حاعمل learner enrollment.
Exactly. بس كيف حتصير مثلا من LMS؟
Just briefly.
Yeah, of course. بس قصدي إنه هدوليك هنا اللي كانوا مهمين وفيهم يعلقوا ويفتحوا.
اوكي ذات التاب الانستراكتور تاب هي باتش انرولمنت. اذا بنحط كل الايميلز اللي عندك ليست اوف ايميلز للستودنتس اللي عندك بتحطيهم هون وبتعملي مثلا ليرنر تحطي مثلا انه باتش انرول وات ايفر ريزون بتعمل التك للاوتو انرولمنت
مش كمان ما بحطهم
كلهم كل ايميل بتعمل انرول اوتوماتيكلي بيروح اذا كان هو اوريدي ريجسترد على البلاتفورم بصير انرول، واذا ما انه ريجستر كمان بيجي نوتيفيكيشن على باي ايميل انه تو ريجستر فيرست لما يعمل ريجستريشن بصير سو هيدي هي هيك بتصير الانرولمنت.
أنا برجع نحكي cohorts و the other things.
So Hassan, cohorts.
We want to audit.
Yeah, I think we can get into this later. يعني with Hala.
بقدر اشتغل معكم انا on my own.
يعني اوكي.
لأن أنا حاسة إنه المعلومات اللي أخذوها لهم تقيلة يعني هيك شوي.
لما يقعد يحكي معك everything will make sense.
Exactly. إذا شو اللوجيك كتير واضح just play that من هيك يعني.
Go to edit. I think it's not that common. It's a course, by the way. If you've ever taken a course on EDX or the.com, because the courses are in this structure.
Yeah.
So you can see different types of courses, how they've structured them, what kind of assets they've used, it's based on this.
حتى I've seen courses في Coursera actually.
لا, it's slightly different. هو الconcept نفس الشيء.
Hassan, we created the discussion forum معك.
Yeah, but let's know each other.
Okay. بدنا نحكي بخصوص الدسكشن عن الابديتس كيف نعمل. كمان من قلب الاستوديو مثلا اذا نحن لا لحظه بس انه نحن هون عملنا كرييت دسكشن لوحده بتنزل. على البريفيو.
I like there's a discussion that really makes.
هيدا هون حيظهر هيك الدسكشن فورم. نعمل اد بوست، تختار اذا كان كويستشن او دسكشن.
اوكي.
تحطي تايتل مثلا. اوكي تعمل سبميت.
مو في داعي تنزلوا الفيديو بعد ثانية بعدين اذا بدكم تصيروا على
يصيروا هنا بدهم يناقشوا.
سو بيظهر عندهم هن هيدا بيظهر عندهم ديسكشن، بصير اليوزر بشوفوا اذا عندهم اي ريسبونس او شيء بصير بيردوا كيوزر. هلا هون لانه احنا
فورم يعني
فورم
بيظهر
بصير في كومنت لكل وحده اذا في توبيك معين بصير كومنتس او رايز. الفكره انه فينا نحن نعمل مثل ما قلنا بكل يونت فيك تعمل ديسكشن فورم، ما منك مقيد يعني انه بس وان ديسكشن فورم. سو لما يفوت على اليوزر يفوت من LMS على الكورس في لما يقطع على هيدا اليونت يشوف الديسكشن، وفي مكان ثاني بيوصل للديسكشن وهي من خلال التاب اللي فوق. لما يفتح الديسكشن بدها تظهر عنده مثلا ويك 1 بيظهر عنده الديسكشن.
يعني هدول طريقتين لخلق ديسكشن فورمز ولا طريقتين تو فيو؟
طريقتين تو فيو تخلقها مرة.
لا and sorry في طريقتين to view وطريقتين to create. يعني انت يعني في two types of discussion forums. The one that we did is called an inline discussion, so it's an inline with the content of the course.
Right.
Okay, and then from outside the discussions, the instructor can create discussions that are global على الكورس كله.
أنا كان عندي مشكلة مع جوه الليسن نفسه.
هون؟
إنه I thought إنه
add post.
I thought it's the only way.
add post حسن؟
I think so, yeah.
أنت لازم.
أوكي، هيدا حيكون.
بس يعني صراحة شو very technical point بس إنه ياما تلاميذ إنه sir حطيت الدسكشن بغير محل مش حطيته بنفس المحل. We should be very clear. You know, you upload your assignments in this tab and this.
The assignments are not in the discussion forums.
Yeah, assignments won't be uploaded here. They send them to you by emails.
لا no بس فينا نعمل assignment كمان.
هي بس it's maybe too many options.
No, but I would like to assign. I would like them to know that they need to participate in the discussion session in order to get the grade for class participation. Basically,
So they need to post something.
They need to post something.
So in that case, I don't know, but we're looking to it. The discussion can be one type of grading.
Yes, exactly. It can be one assignment type, and then you can make them as graded, and they get the full grade if they participate.
No,
Okay. So Hassan, let's. They want to wrap up. So
okay.
I think we're almost finished, by the way.
That
is critical for now. Like I think the webinar we'll leave it for later.
إذا بدكم نفرجيكم سامبل كان إنه.
Yeah, just run it quickly مفلح and then we can wrap up.
ويبنار شو كيف الويبنار غير عن
Webinar live.
غير كيف فرق عن
Video you uploaded.
لا الفيديو كونفرنس.
هو
فيديو
كونفرنس.
انتوا كيف ادخلوا معنا اياه معكم
It's not integrated into your platform yet, but we can show you a demo.
Yeah, of course show us and just what you record. إيه ده في إيه حط السماعة.
هلا هو المفروض الويبنارز تدخلها جس لما تخلص. هو المفروض انه من الاستوديو نحن نعمل اد ويبنارز مثل ما كنا عم نعمل اد ديسكشنز اد شيء. لما تخلص انتجريشن تاعولها المفروض تظهر هنا. هي حتكون جيتسي مثل ما شفنا. هلا حتكون هيدي السامبل استعملنا اياها بس تشوف كيف الويبنار مبين. يعني يمكن اوريدي انت بتعرفوا.
This is how to go live basically.
ايه go live. يعني
basically when you go to the activity you're asked to join the webinar and then you're live خلاص.
So هيدا هو بكون بسيط.
كيف بتسجل؟
لا ارجع لي بليز كيف وصلنا على الويبنار؟
الويبينار هي بحد ذاتها كيونت او ك
We can show you right now. We can
مثل
show
ما
you
عملنا
webinar.
مثل ما عملنا
We'll send you
Here,
a section.
it's a unit of the subsection.
Subsection webinar is the unit of the subsection.
Okay.
او فيك تخلقها كسكشن لوحده اذا بدك تسميها ويبينار.
لا ما تعطيني كثير خيارات، قل لي اعطيني الكتالوج وقل لي اعمل هيك.
اوكي.
ليش تعمل هيك؟
But right activity will show you how that
بس
it will look as
So I can create it as a component or as a unit in the subsection or whatever, and then do whatever I want with it.
and then when the learner or you come, this is how it will look. People can raise their hand, they can.
تمام.
في شات معين.
And by the way, you can combine this with scheduling the activity so that the webinar itself isn't published or doesn't show to users until a specific time.
Cool. هلا هيدا it can be recorded and then downloaded and then uploaded لأنه إحنا هدول الدiscussions يعني في ناس ما عندهم انترنت هلا وحابين يشوفوا الدiscussion بعدين.
عم تحكي.
I have the option of recording that session, the live session. Yeah. Okay. And then بعدين باخذها فايل.
بتاخذيها كفيديو لوحده يكون هذا الويبينار هذا مثلا تعمل ريكورد لكل الويبينار كل الدسكشن كل شيء.
تمام.
هذا الاوبشن موجود اللي هو رايت ستارت ريكوردينج عند اليوزر عند الستودنت.
لا الستودنت ما بكون عنده اكيد ما بكون عنده هالقد هيدا كادمن انا الادمن عم شوف كل شيء الستودنت بس بكون عنده مثلا اكسس للشات بكون عنده
طب هلا اذا الادمن عمل ريكوردينج
You can upload it.
Media. بس upload it as a video. بس you have to upload it مثلا على نفس اليونت محل الويبينار لما تكون خلصت الويبينار.
نكسر فيك
اتحولت لماتيريال. صارت كل تقريبا
بما ان الويبينار خلص راح وقتها فينا نشيلها.
تشيل الويبينار.
لازم actually لأنه في ناس ما عندهم.
صح.
هلا هو لحاله اصلا بيخلص لانه تسجل ويبينار.
لا هيدا بعده هون عم نشوف كيف لما تفوتي وين جوين
It's not like لما بيكون في عندك شاشة فيديو and it's not broadcasting live but you know it will start live.
It's a video, it's a شاشة that
I mean, normally Gypsy does this if you're still connected.
If you're still, yeah, but if you're
even if there's no activity. فعشان كده بس هما بيقولوا إنه it will go يعني.
It should. We can test it.
So last slide عنا إنه اليوزر داتا اللي هو إذا بنعمل export للريبورتس يلي على البلاتفورم.
Right, I think more interesting for you. It's reporting. I know.
Reporting.
هي بتصير مهمة طبعا عارف هو يعني قديش of the students and auditing for us to measure if this other things actually works for them to see قديش عالم they're actually interacting.
تمام. بالتابس من هون ذات الشيء بتفوت على الريبورتنج. بالانستراكتور ذات الشيء مش ما في ممبرشيب كوهورت داتا داونلود. بتصير انت هون عندك بتشوف الداتا اللي بدك اياها ان كان جريدنج ان كان بروفايل انفورميشن جورنانس بيظهر معك واكيد اذا في سيرتيفيكيتس مثلا بتشوفي هو ايش السيرتيفيكيتس يعني كل الريبورتس المفروض بيظهروا هون بيظهر ك يعني نعمل داونلود هلا ما في داتا بس انا عم سو هلا لانه ما في داتا ما حيظهر في شيء بس بيعمل لهم داونلود كسي اس في فايل بتعملي له سيف عندك وبتشيل ساعتها بتبين عندك هلا اكيد حيكون في اكثر اكسبلانيشن عن
the thing that it doesn't include is visualizing the report. So it could be something external. يعني if you want to visualize, it's gonna export the data and then بتشوفي how to analyze it and then make sense out of it.
Excel file.
Okay.
Excel.
Perfect.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
طيب
Thank you so much.
No, I have to say that I have a speech, like a 2-minute plan. So I have to say something, guys. I know I want to say thank you. يعني لنيم وحسان. I just want to tell them hopefully have more. لأنه لازم نقول إنه they're not just doing our platform. حياتي ملاكين أنا ما حسان الربع. It was in July 2000.
Ruba is
Okay. You're not Ruba.
They're all بالآر من عدد. فكان
we're siblings and business partners.
Oh, wow.
فهي أنا وأنا يمثل 2018 حقيقة كان ما كان حتى لا عندي دراسة إنه نعمل بلاتفورم ولا كل شيء. I مثل حتى before we have a meeting in September بيقولوني إنه like how do you do a course أصلاً? Like how do you create a curriculum? And they were so helpful. They really helped me أصلاً to think of the idea of doing an online course ونعمل platform. So I want to say thank you لأنه it's not just social work. They're not service providers. They're partners really.
That's great to know, Hala. We're very excited about the academy. يعني it's a very good step. وهيك حتتبلور in this year, so we're gonna see it grow. And it's gonna be very exciting.
This project has energized and inspired so many people. كل ما بروح على a new conference, people just want to talk about the academy. The last time there was a small conference one ببيروت من شي أسبوع. A couple of Palestinian women came to me, and from Ramallah. يعني I don't know how they came here. I don't know. Anyways, so she was saying basically إنه we're so happy إنه Palestinians were included in this project, and they're going to be able to be part of the Counter Academy. And she can't wait for these women, like she's talking about 2 journalists that she recommended and that apparently got accepted. No, I don't know. يرجع على فلسطين وإنه we want the Counter Academy to come to Palestine too. So I was like, yeah, maybe in the future we do small boot camps.
Exactly, it's been a great project. عم بحكي مع وهي فيك عم تقول last week was so stressful for us يعني كان في عندنا شوية challenges. فكنا كلنا متوترين وهيك وبعدين my friend كنا عم تشكي لها همي يعني قالت انت المشكله بالحاكي اكاديمي ان you're working with your friends وانه كثير very emotional هيك بعدين رجعت صفنت وقلت no actually that's a nice thing about it انه it's so nice so
because you can deal with the stress with friends not with strangers.
No, يعني نتخانق مع بعض نرجع نلعب
because the friendship is very strong anyways. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Request some.
This point is valid.
Yes. بس كنت بتصور معنا والله. رحنا هونيك لا انت حتى مع الفئات يكون.
بس في هذا الشيء
Guys, I know you're taking pictures or something, but like, can you turn video on because I want you guys to appear in the recording.
What? We're taking a picture, but you can't appear. Sure about that?
I'm saying, can you guys turn your video on so that we can see you and you appear in the recording?
Julie, we have to say something to Julie and thank her for being so silent and.
Hi.
Awesome.
Hello.
انت ما عندك اسئله ابدا؟
ما عندي ايه؟
ما عندكيش اسئله خالص؟
لا انا يعني متابعه يعني بس انا تكنيكال فانا يعني تمام ما تقلقيش عليا. هدخل اقعد عليه قعده يعني anyways هدخل اقعد عليه قعده and it will be fine.
عشان كده بدي نقلل المعلومات لانه
once we create a course
بس كل واحد يصير عنده access ويعمل create your own course بيوضح كل شيء بتعمل.
Thank you so much ما بتحصلي اني اصلا اشتغل كل الوقت بس هيك نوع يعني.
باي.
حسان.
Hey, sorry. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
يلا.